So we are being told that Sasikala wanted to meet Governor Vidyasagar Rao today and wanted to parade the MLAs at Raj Bhavan. Sources say Chinnamma is disappointed after meeting MLAs. She's reportedly not happy with the MLA's response. And Shalini Lobo had been tracking this meeting that happened at that resort. Shalini, what more could you tell us when we say that she was unhappy with the MLAs? Is there a feeling that perhaps these MLAs are slipping away from her?
Yes, Sasikala definitely feels that she's losing out on numbers, and as she was leaving, you could see the tension on her face. Now, what sources tell us is that she has 94 MLAs who she claims on her side. But now what's happened is only 44 wrote a written statement saying that they are on her side. Now, 44 is too less a number for her. She needs a majority of 118 MLAs on her side during the floor test. Now, keeping in mind 50 signed the 50 were signed the statement and 44 are yet to sign. She had an appointment with the governor, but sadly she could not make it. And the MLAs, sources tell us that MLAs inside are starting to get uncomfortable being on Sasikala's team, being in Camp Sasikala. And the reason behind this is because they slowly see people favoring OPS, and it's putting their entire career, all the years they've put hard into this at jeopardy, and that's why they seem a little tense about their career as well, Smita.
Okay, Shalini, very significant information, in fact, that you're passing on, that 50 MLAs who were willing to sign in their support to Sasikala, but 44 MLAs not willing, which left Chinnamma, in fact, very upset. So, Padmaja, now when you're talking to people on the ground, a lot of comparisons being drawn in strange ways to that post-MGR era. Are people fearing a repeat, a vertical split in the party?
Now it's also very interesting that how there is a fight for the legacy of Amma, just like there was a fight between Jayalalitha and Janki earlier for the legacy of MGR. And in the latest that we are hearing on that front, Smita, in fact, a video has been released, and hopefully we'll put it out in just a while from now. And this very emotional video, and just contrast it for a bit, Smita, with what O. Paneerselvam did yesterday. He read out the letter that Sasikala had written soon after she had been banished by Jayalalitha from Poets Garden. That emotional letter where she said, I do not want any part of politics. I know that there are people who have been, plotting against Jayalalitha, and I will not keep any relations with them. It's only after leaving Poets Garden that I got to know of what was happening behind my back. And today you've got O. Paneerselvam. Let me bring Revati in on that, who's released, the IT cell of those loyal to Paneerselvam have released this very, very emotional video. What is it that they're trying to do? First the letter and now this video. What's the point being made?
Well, not just the letter. If you remember, they had also put out the numbers of the MLAs, AIADMK MLAs, saying that if you want to show your support, call them up and tell them, come to the OPS camp or wherever, whichever side your support is on, just let them know. So they're using social media really well. They are active on social media to ensure that OPS gets the numbers, because they do know that on the ground OPS has a lot of support. You're seeing the comments on social media. You're seeing people support for OPS, and because of certain reasons, the person that Jayalalitha appointed twice. So when you speak to people, locals on the ground as well, there is that reason that is given for their support. So they're trying all these measures to ensure that pressurize, because numbers are not with OPS. It does not matter how much support he has on the ground or from the actors or social media. He needs the MLA numbers. So they're doing all that they can, social media or the otherwise videos and numbers, everything that they can to get OPS those numbers.
And this video also that we'll be putting out very soon has a very emotional O. Paneerselvam, who even while being sworn in as Chief Minister, when Jayalalitha had to vacate the seat of CM, weeping even as he took oath, and how distraught he was at the time of her funeral. So showing that he really is the one who cared for Amma that much. Sasikala was only a caretaker, actually possibly after power, and he deserves to be her
Absolutely, Padmaja. This is one state where all the legendary actors from real life managed to cross over into politics, become cult figure, and today the very politics looks so real and so high voltage drama that's playing out there. With the fast developing political drama unraveling in Tamil Nadu, the focus of the war in fact shifted ground to Kanchipuram's Golden Bay Resort today. As allegations of illegal confinement flew thick and fast, Sasikala's aides were keeping a close eye on the 90-odd MLAs being kept in the Golden Bay Resort. Police officials inspecting Chinnamma's golden cage, as it is being called, refused to comment on the situation inside. Meanwhile, an anxious Sasikala shot off a letter to the governor earlier, hinting that she be called to prove her majority, and left to meet her loyal MLAs with loyalist Sengottaiah by her side. Meanwhile, the O. Paneerselvam camp too had shot in the arm when founding member C. Ponnaiyan expressed loyalty to the caretaker chief minister today. So will this now mean advantage Paneerselvam as opposition points towards Sasikala's hideout politics as sheer desperation? The ball still lies squarely in the governor's court, on whom will finally claim the Tamil throne. Okay, Shalini, if the information that you're giving us, because earlier when these MLAs were huddled off and taken to the resort, we were told that there were 130 MLAs huddled off into 3 buses. Now you're talking about 94 MLAs. So clearly, numbers will be a problem in that 235-seater Tamil Nadu Assembly, even for Sasikala.
Yes, she needs 118 is the number she needs when during the floor test of the House. And right now what we see, the strategy of the OPS camp is just not let her reach that number, 118 mark. They're trying very hard for her not to reach that number. And that is why Sasikala came here today. Sources tell us she sat down, she appealed to the MLAs there. And she said, I'm not afraid of anything. And I know I will win. I will carry on Amma's legacy. Now, this is what inside sources tell us as to what happened in that meeting today. And it was a meeting that took at least 3.5 hours to 4 hours. She sat inside with the MLA. Now, as she entered the Golden Bay Resort, I was here when she entered the resort. Right. She looked calm, she looked composed, she looked exactly like how the former Chief Minister, late Jayalalitha, looked in that plain green, simple green sari, smiling at people, nodding at people. But when she came out, surprisingly, three police vans came here, which were not there when she entered. 3 police vans full of police forces with lathis in their hands, ready for any unprecedented incident. And we were expecting something to happen, and the police vans are still here, parked outside the Golden Bay Resort.
Yes, you make that point. Body language speaks volumes. But for now, Shalini, Lobo, Akshita, Nandagopal, Revati, Rajivan, Padmaja Joshi, many thanks to all of you for tracking this story from the ground. Our entire team of reporters makes sure that you get every single update on this war for the Tamil throne, first and exclusive here on India Today.